Sarr, if you want to go ahead and raise your hand, we'll begin with questions.
All right.
John Hale, go ahead.
Olivier, what's just the mood as in the locker room compared to a couple of weeks ago when you were in the losing streak, but having these 3 wins in a row, you know, under your guys' belts, just how big a difference has that made for morale?
I mean, it feels better, you know, it feels great, better atmosphere. We stayed positive during the tough time, but, you know, you can feel guys are feeling more confident. We are all feeling more confident, more comfortable. It feels great.
Jerry Tipton, we'll go to you next.
Olivier, there's been quite a reaction to you guys taking a knee during the anthem at Florida, some of it negative. What would you say to the people that are not happy that you guys did that?
Well, you know, we understood that our gesture will have consequences, and we just want people to understand. You know, we know that some people will be mad or pissed at what we did, but we just want people to understand that it's just a peaceful way to protest in the way we can, using our platform, and we just want people to understand, to raise awareness, and that's it.
Can you elaborate a little on what you guys were protesting against? I'm not saying that like I don't know, but in your words.
I mean, I think our action speaks for itself. You know, I mean, what happened in the past few days, few weeks, and even during quarantine. I mean, we just want to show support for our community and raise awareness on the things that happened lately. But it comes from, like, you know, a place of understanding, peaceful, and just having conversations and being open-minded. That's it.
Larry Bob, you're next.
So, Olivier, I take it from what you were saying that some of the negative reactions did not surprise you guys, and did you all talk about that there may be reactions just like that?
I mean, we didn't talk about it. Obviously, we knew, that people would react a certain way. But, I mean, as always, you always do something. You always have some people that are pleased and some people that aren't. And we just made our decision as a team. And most importantly is everything was okay with it. And that's something that we wanted to do. And unfortunately, some people are not happy with it. But like I said, we just want the best for everybody. We want peace, and we want people to understand everybody.
So is that something you all plan to do again?
Can you say that again?
I said, is that something that you all plan to do at other games going forward?
We'll see. We'll see what we do for other games. But, I mean, whether we do it once, twice, every time, our focus is on that gesture and towards these issues at all times.
John Clay, we'll go to you next.
Olivier, if you had to point to one specific phase of the game that has helped you guys with this turnaround, what would that be?
I think execution. I think everybody can see that we're executing way better. Our offense is looking way better. We're sharing the ball. We're having fun out there, and it makes a huge difference in the game.
John Hale, we'll circle back to you.
Olivier, we've seen with some other programs that have kneeled during the anthem, I think even Florida on Saturday had one guy do it, that it's been a couple players here or there. How important was it for you all to do something as a group, have everybody make the same decision? Was that part of the conversation, or was there ever a point where it might have been a few guys and other guys who didn't want to do it?
I think it sends a big message. You know, we're a unit, and that's what we want this country to be. We are all together in it. And I think what was really powerful was Coach doing it with us. Coach stood with us. He took it with heart. He did it for us, for the cause, and I think it's just showing that we're all together in this, and even though some people might disagree or anything, we just want to be treated equal. That's the most important thing to get out of this, really.
And then just as a quick follow-up, you seem to have a really unique perspective on this, having lived in the U.S. for several years now, but growing up in France in a different country. Just how has that kind of shaped your views on this and adjusting to the American culture? Just what has kind of been your observations versus where you grew up?
You know, it's totally different, but not really at the same time. I think people here are more engaged, and it helped me realize that I needed to do more with what I have, with the platform that I have, the opportunity that I have, and I'm trying to learn, educate myself. It's something that is not happening just in the U.S. I need people back home to understand that these issues are happening too in France. It's not just in America. It's not just something outside of the borders. It's happening in your country, whether you're in France, in Europe, in the US, or other parts of the globe. You always have minorities that are being treated not as equal as other people. And that's something we are in a position to raise awareness, and that's what we're trying to do. But it's not just, talking. We also need actions behind it.
We'll circle back to you.
Yeah, Olivier, you mentioned that Coach Cal also taking a knee, and the coaches sent a message in itself. Can you describe when you guys met with Coach Cal, his take on the idea of kneeling?
He was all for it, He asked us, "Do you want me to kneel with you guys?" We said yes, and he said, "I would do it." He will support whatever we do, and that's big. That's important.
Yeah, I saw one of the protesters basically question Coach Cal's manhood. He said that if Kentucky had a real man as coach, you draw the conclusion that wouldn't have happened. How do you react to that? What do you think of that?
I didn't understand exactly what you said, but what's most important is, I don't care about outside opinions of other people. We're all in this together as a team in here, and we count on everybody else. We count on everybody in this program. Whoever got other opinions on that, it's okay. We all have an opinion, and I'm just proud that Coach stood with us.
Thank you.
Keith Farmer, we'll go to you next.
Sorry, I always have to make a switch, and sometimes you can't hear me. I want to ask about Alabama. There's a big game coming up between a couple of top teams in the league right now. Can you just talk about that matchup?
Yeah, we're getting ready. Obviously, we'll talk about it more at practice today, but they're doing really good so far, and it's a great team. A lot of good players, and we got to be ready on defense and lock in on the scouting report. So we'll get better for until tomorrow for the game.
How important is it, just with this being undefeated teams going at it this early in the league schedule to get the win?
It's a great battle test. We've been good so far in the league, and their team too. And I think it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a war, and it's gonna be a great test for us.
We have time for one more with Olivier. Larry Bott finishes off.
Yeah, Olivier, wondered if you could talk. Has the things that have been going on, will that be a distraction getting ready for this game, or the way you guys have been able to focus in lately, put everything behind you, and now just get locked in on what's ahead?
Not at all. That's part of what we do. We're just locked in on what we got to do. People talk outside. We just focus on the court, focus on what we got to do to get ready for that game. And I think guys are more than locked in and more than ready to play that game.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, folks. We'll have Isaiah Jackson here shortly. All right, we have forward Isaiah Jackson next. Kyle Tucker will lead off with you.
Isaiah, you guys obviously made a powerful statement together with kneeling together at the game, which has caused various reactions. But in your teammates sort of explaining the why of it, it's sort of been sort of vague about the recent events of last week. I wonder for you personally, what was the most disturbing thing that you saw over the last few days?
I'm not gonna lie. I actually deleted social media. I just re-downloaded it because yesterday was my birthday and I had to post a picture. But I haven't really been like feeding into like the comments and stuff. But what everybody been saying is it's been some good and some like bad comments. And I mean, we're just trying to make a peaceful protest, trying to get through to everybody that like we need equality just like everybody else. Like I mean, this is a great country. It's just like I feel like, and we feel like everybody, like minorities and stuff, don't have like equal rights as everybody else. So I mean, that's what we like protesting, and that's why we kneel. That's for a peaceful protest.
Just to be more specific, I didn't mean the comments and reaction to you all. I meant, what did you see in the events that happened at the Capitol that have been kind of referenced that most disturbed you?
I seen it was a couple of things. Like I seen the noose. Like I felt like that was just out of pocket. Like that's just something that people shouldn't do. And I feel like people had their own opinion, but that's just like I feel like that's just out of pocket, and them just breaking in is just crazy to me. But yeah.
Larry Ball will come to you next.
As I just wonder, will this be a distraction going forward for you guys preparing, or do you just kind of block out the noise and it's not a big deal?
I feel like we're just gonna block out the noise. We've been on a 3-game winning streak, and hopefully to keep that going. We've been playing like perfect like the last couple of games. I feel like, and I mean we're just on a run right now, so we're just gonna try to keep that going.
And did you guys talk about that there likely would be a lot of negative reaction to what you did, or did you just not worry about that?
I mean, with the world we living in now, like I think everybody knew, like, because at the end of the day, like people gonna say what they want to say. It's like anybody can do what they want. It's a free country. Like you say what you want, you can do what you want. So it's like, all right, we already knew, like everybody pretty much.
John Hale, go ahead.
Isaiah, I asked Olivier this too. How important was it for you guys to make a unified kind of statement and everybody kneeling? We've seen some other teams where it might be a few players, one or two. I think Florida had a guy, just one player. How important was it that you all came to this as a group and then it wasn't kind of piecemeal here and there?
I feel like that sort of shows that we're together as like we're just a unit. Like we're a whole unit. Like even the coaches did it, so it's like it just shows that we like unified. Like every player gets like where we coming from, what we're protesting for, and I mean it shows on the court as well. So.
Any other questions for Isaiah? Kyle Tucker will circle back to you, and then Keith Farmer will come to you.
Isaiah, in terms of basketball, where do you feel like you've made the biggest strides? Where do you feel like is still the biggest room for growth? And not to ask you too many questions all in a row, but take me through the putback dunk and whether that was one of the crazier ones you've had in your career.
Okay. Defense, I feel like is like one of the main things, is blocking shots and stuff and rebounding. And on the putback, I'd say that was one of my craziest ones.
Isaiah, just asking about tomorrow's game. You know, this is one of those where a couple undefeated teams going at it. Kind of one of those that you get jacked up for, I'm sure. And, you know, how important is it early in this season to kind of get this one in league play?
I feel like it's very important. Every game that we play, or every game that we played this year was a war, and it's going to continue on. And this one is a war too. So we're preparing every day for practice to get prepared for every team we face, including Alabama. So we're going to come in fighting. And yeah.
And what was it like to have Keon back out there, you know, or to have him? You hadn't seen him yet on the court with you guys. What was that like?
It was amazing, man. That's my guy. Like he went through it like in the beginning of the year. I know it was hard for him not playing and stuff, but I mean, he came out and balled. Like he did his thing, and that's what we wanted. Like that's what we needed to. So I feel like that helped us a lot.
We've talked about Keon's leadership. What's the biggest thing you've maybe learned from him this season?
His maturity. He's very mature. Like on the court, like it was during the game. I was like telling him, like I was hyping up, like, yeah, you doing your thing. He was like, yeah, like I got to play every game like it's my last. And I felt that, and it's like with everything he says, I just felt like everything is mature about him. And that's where, I mean, that's what good leaders have, like that maturity level. That's like greater than everybody else's. So, yeah.
All right, circling back to you.
Isaiah, just wondering, why do you think things have seemed to really click for everybody at the same time for you guys right now? Is there any one thing that you could pinpoint?
I think we just all bought in. Like everybody was tired of losing, and we just been working every day in practice. Everybody's been working. Then everybody just finally just bought in and just clicked. And this is where we at. Like, it's gonna keep getting better.
Anything else for Isaiah? If not, thank you so much. We'll get the quotes and notes to you later.